impact FPU had on me was something I wasn't even really looking to get out of the class, which was security. And for the last year, I've had an overwhelming feeling of being insecure, and it turned out to be financial. And it's really given me the opportunity to feel more secure and know that I'm taken care of and I'm safe, like everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I would say just knowing that, following simple steps, knowing that I'll be okay, and knowing that I can have confidence with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and knowing that following those steps I'll be able to make an impact on my life and impact on others around me, and knowing that I'll be good and I'll be straight and I won't have to worry.
The biggest impact FPU had on me is I never knew how to budget money, ever. And once I learned how to budget my money, I learned that I could actually do what I wanted to do with it now instead of waiting for some time when I had better circumstances or more money.
FPU, well, I have to say at the beginning, it was a rough start. Came around, it's a lot better now after a few months. I remember our first budget meeting when we were setting our budget up. So my husband Don and I sit down, he's got the bank register open, and thought, well, we'll look back over the last month and see where we spent our money so we'd know how much to budget. Well, he started kind of going through it, and then he said things like, what did you spend $18 for at Goodwill? And I'm like, I don't know. When did I do that? He said, oh, 3 weeks ago. Well, I don't know. Well, you have to know because we have to figure out if it's clothing, books, toys for the grandkids, something. I don't remember. Well, you have to figure it out. We have to remember. Well, you know, when John talked about when he and Sue did their budget meetings, or whatever they called them, he said they were energetic conversations. Oh, ours went way beyond energetic. It was, let me just say, it was rough. And I thought, why doesn't Dave Ramsey put a column in there for the divorce lawyer? I'm kidding, I'm just kidding. Because it got so heated, because I felt defensive and responsible for my $18 I spent somewhere. And when I was at Walmart, did I buy food? Did I buy? Anyway, we have worked through all that. And it's good because now we know where we're spending our money. That we spend too much money on food. That was eye-opening.
Actually, I used to take each paycheck and spend a little bit on myself. And I used to get a lot of satisfaction on that. Well, now it's a tool I manage. And I get a lot more satisfaction out of making payments to that snowball every month than I ever did treating myself every paycheck. And the results showed at the end of 1 year, I have paid off $20,223. That is with 4 weeks of unemployment, not having a steady income, because I do contract work, and having a lot of challenges along the way. I wasn't always faithful with my budget. I had a lot of unexpected bills come up, but God was faithful to me when I was faithful to the FPU plan that He gave me.
Some of the bigger ones that it's changed for me is just knowing where my money goes. It's never like, oh man, where'd all my money go? Now it's, I see where it's going, and I tell, like they say, I tell the money where to go. So it makes me feel a lot better because I don't feel like I'm overspending or I'm being irresponsible because I planned for it. Like we planned for a date night, so it's okay to go have that date night because we planned for it, the money's there. And it's just, that's probably one of the biggest things.
I'm much more cautious. I think before I spend. I do not get on Amazon at night before bed on my phone and buy stuff, and then I'm like half asleep, and weeks later or a week later, whatever things show up, and I go, oh yeah, that's right, I ordered that. That was really fun. I don't do it. I put it in my shopping cart, and then the next day or whenever I get back to it, I'm just more cautious.
One of the things I love about the course is that you have people that you do this with. It's a group, and they kind of hold you accountable, and and it's a nice safe place where you can ask questions. My experience one night was that, you know, they kept asking, do you have your emergency fund set up? And I didn't. I was a little reluctant, a lot reluctant to save my money instead of spending it. And, you know, I was like, oh, I'll do it next week. But then just during the class, after 15 minutes of being asked, I decided to move some funds and get my emergency fund set up. So that was a really cool experience. I was held accountable for that.
The main thing that I really liked was just coming in and knowing that everybody was working together and everybody was on the same team, and you're kind of building a foundation with other people around you. And that was really impactful for me, just knowing that there are other people out there that are kind of, it's not struggling, but they're going through the same things that we are, and knowing that we're all together made it really nice and peaceful.
I would say stay faithful to what you learned in the class. It will be challenging, but it will be rewarding. And to also include prayer in your plans, because I found that God was faithful to me at times when I didn't have enough, or with unexpected blessings along the way.